Stop biting your tongue. Stop hiding behind masks and perceptions and ideas and things of that nature. Be real. Unfilter yourself.
Why can't that be keeping it real?
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's me, Uncle Kevin. Listen, I'm back, okay? I don't know how I'm going to maneuver all the small parts and pieces, but today I'm sitting here and I'm reflecting, right? And I decided to revisit or go back to a space where I felt my most authentic self, where I felt like I was able to just be, and I was able to give a lot of myself and my energy into that space. And I created this platform a couple years ago during the pandemic as a way of just bringing the worlds of differences together amongst people that I know and love, right? Having difficult conversations intentionally. And this is being my most authentic self, right? So I'm sitting here today in my little office space in my apartment. And I'm like, why don't I do this again? Sometimes we get so tied down in the ideas or the mindsets around why things change, why things aren't what they used to be or whatever. We get so tied down and bottled down by those things that we forget that there's still a space for you to just be you. There's still a space and a platform that you created for you to give out to the world what it is that you intend to give out to the world. And listen, you don't need nobody's permission to do that. So today is me welcoming myself back into that space, and not just the space where I'm giving this to the world, but the space within myself where I know that I have much to offer myself first. And then that once I offer that to myself, I have that to give to the masses. Now, I don't care if it reaches only the people downstairs. I don't care if it reaches 5 or 6 people on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook. I don't care if it reaches the masses in Philly and back home in North Carolina or across the world. I don't care where it goes. My desire is for it to reach the masses. But if at nothing else, if I've given myself to myself, then I've done exactly what I needed to do. And that's what today is, right? Guys, I've shared so much in my life with you guys, on many platforms. Y'all hear the train, the window open, and I ain't closing it because this breeze feel good. Okay. I just want to put that out there. I've shared so much of myself with you guys, and I did so unapologetically. Like, I didn't need anybody's permission to do it. At first, I started off a bit afraid. How would people receive me, if they would receive me at all? Do I have enough to say? Are people even interested in what I have to say? And then as I started to put more of myself out there, and I started to invite people into that world, and into those spaces to kind of share themselves while I share myself, man, it became a thing, y'all. It became a thing, and I haven't done it as much as I would like to. So here's my commitment to myself. At least once a week, I'll re-invite myself back into this space, and I'll create whatever it is, talk about whatever it is that's on my mind, and share it with y'all. And if you like it, cool. If you don't like it, cool. But not for nothing, I'm doing this for me. Trying to get back into a space where I'm letting all my creative juices flow. And wherever it leads me, I pray first that God gets the glory in it. But whatever it leads me, I'm willing to follow it there, right? I'm in church yesterday, and before service starts, our youth pastor walks up to me, and she goes, "Kevin, I've been meaning to ask you, like, is there a book in here somewhere?" And by in here, she started to really, like, point to me. Is there a book that you have in here that you're supposed to be getting out? And I just put my head down, because how you know that, bruh? Like, and I couldn't help but laugh, because I'm like, how you know that? In my mind, that's what I'm saying. And then I just belt out, yo, that's crazy. It's crazy because there's several books in here. I've actually started writing 2 or 3 of them, right? But I can never make it past the intro because I get writer's block, and instead of praying and asking God for the direction, I just act as if I can sit still and just let it happen whenever it happens. And to an extent, that's the writing process, just letting things flow, letting it happen whenever it does. But that was confirmation that it's time for me to get off my stool of sorrow, get off my seat, and really put into play and put into action all that's what's up here and what's that's in here. And I know it's a lot to offer. And I'm bold enough to say I know that once it's out there, it's going to change lives. It's going to make the impact that it's supposed to make. It's going to do what it's supposed to have done, okay? I just got to put it out there. So again, recommitting myself to the things that are me. To life coaching, to being that mentor that I know that I am, to being the educator that I know that I am, the encourager, the uplifter, the one who created the journaling platform and it reached hundreds of people and people are still looking for that to happen. I'm coming back, y'all. I promise I'm coming back. I just needed to really give myself the opportunity to reflect, and that's what this space is for. So I ain't going to say too much, but I'm going to leave y'all with this. To the people who are like me, to the me's of the world, okay? To the me's of the world. There are things that you have sitting in there that needs to come out. It just needs to come out. And however it comes out, it needs to come out. Produce those things that are festering in your mind and in your heart. Those things that wake you up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and you just pull out your phone and start taking notes. The things that you toss and turn about because you can't believe these are the things that you're thinking about producing for the world to experience. Those things are the very things that you should be nurturing to bring out. Don't be afraid. The world is fearful enough, right? We have enough in this world to be fearful of. But we know, especially to those of us who believe, that there is no fear when you believe in what God has put in you, you know, and believing that he will take you through it and lead you all the way. I just told myself yesterday, God didn't bring me this far to leave me here, right? And I really believe that thing. So to the me's of the world, this is our time, okay? This is your time. Produce those things that are sitting here. Let those things out. Because if nothing else happens, you would have at least given yourself permission to be, right? And that's what this is for. So today I encourage you to just be you authentically, whatever that looks like, whatever that feels like, whatever that sounds like, do be that. Okay. So yeah, I'll be back next week sometime, I think. And if you're watching this and you're a part of my circle, or if you're watching this and you're not a part of my circle, hold me accountable. Check in with me and make sure I'm doing what I'm saying in this video. What's this? A gray hair in my mustache. Jesus. Well, hold me accountable. All right? Because I'm going to need that. And I trust that what I have to produce is great. I don't doubt that at all. It's not always the easiest thing to put out there, but once it's out there, right? So here we go. Just be.